Now, here's what's interesting about this is Whitmer, okay, now we know about Cuomo. And what bothers me so much is people say, well, how could we know? Well, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be like people saying, hey, how could we know about Christina Gupana? How could we know about what happened in Nevada and Michigan with voter fraud? Why didn't she ask us? Well, we didn't really want to because it wasn't convenient. So listen, we knew this for a long time, and we held a rally in Lansing, Michigan. The only rally that I've ever held in my life, by the way. The only political speech, if you want to call it that I've ever done in the last 10 years. Because it was so important. I have a 97-year-old grandmother in Michigan, and I saw what was going on, and I saw the media blackout, because, in Michigan, they have a very strong state media, with MLive.
Of course, yeah.
There's a really strong state pride, a local culture, and no one was covering what we knew to be true. So now that it's okay, people feel as though they're safe to discuss the truth in media. We have Charlie LaDuff. He's a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who just filed a lawsuit against Governor Whitmer over specifically her failure to comply.
Better late than never, I guess.
With FOIA, meaning Freedom of Information requests on the nursing home deaths, the data. So specifically the lawsuit centers around now her failure to comply with FOIA requests. It's almost like if you could go back a year to half a year, someone was talking about it. All of this starts with something very simple, and we don't have it, and that is demanding the truth, knowing the numbers, because we know what we have is a lie. So what can we do? Right now, folks, we've made it very easy. If you go to louderwithcrowder.com, that's our website, one click, you can submit your very own request of information under the Freedom of Information Act, because she can't deny us all. If you are watching, that I and the people of Michigan all would like to say in unison, Governor Whitmer, you want to conduct that investigation? Donald Trump for mishandling COVID? All right, sweetheart, you first. And, of course, by the way, I deeply regret not tucking in my shirt.
Yes.
I really do. You know what's funny
scam.
is that happened, and we had about 3,000-something people there. It was put together last minute.
That's right.
What did the media do? The media said, well, there are only about 200 people there, and he was wearing a tactical vest. First off, it's not a tactical. It's just a bulletproof vest because people want to kill me. Dearborn's not that far.
It was 2020, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah, not a good year. Anybody should have been wearing a bulletproof vest in Lansing in 2020.
It was a very shitty year.
COVID,
Karen, my wife Karen.
Yeah, Karen's really had a tough time.
Karen's don't name. If you, by the way, if you name your daughter Karen in 2021, that says more about
That's mean.
Change it to Adolf.
So Whitmer's ex-health director, this is also and by the way, you can still go to louderwithcrowder.com. All the sources, of course, for every show that we do are available. But you can also go to louderwithcrowder.com/Whitmer death toll. We had thousands of signs across the state, too, the Whitmer death toll.
Yeah.
And I saw them removed from public property where they then put up, thank you, Governor Whitmer, for saving our lives. And so, well, you can't have this up on public property. But you can have praising dear leader.
Yeah, exactly. A little propaganda.
So her ex-health director, the plot thickens, Robert Gordon, received a $155,000 payout after he immediately resigned in January. People are saying it might be some hush money. And she, of course, Governor Whitmer, refused to. You know what? I'm not going to use the title governor. I don't think she's earned it.
Okay. What are you going to call her?
Crazy bitch.
Wicked Witch of the North.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't because it's a pejorative. But you know what?
Yeah.
You guys, you decide. Comment. How should I refer to Governor Whitmer? Keep it respectful. I want to lock her in a racquetball court with Governor Cuomo for 9 hours, see who comes out.
I'm throwing Gavin Newsom and we get a deal.
So she, again, refused to answer why Gordon's the confidential separation agreement required taxpayer dollars, $155,000, keep in mind, of taxpayer dollars, saying to the Detroit Free Press, who carries her water, I really bristle at that characterization. It is the nature of a separation agreement when someone in a leadership position leaves that there are terms to it and you can't share every term to it. That's simply what it is. Yeah. I get that. Severance, all that. But $155,000 for a health director in a state that didn't do very well? Like, what is there? Is there a performance bonus depending on how many bodies get put in the trough behind the old folks' home? What are you giving them $1 per scalp that you put in the freezer?
I'd be surprised if the health director made $155,000 per year.
Well, not on the books.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what kind of deal did you strike?
Well, it's like when you recycle newspaper, the health director gets paid in weight. So they just load up a truck, they wait at the weighing station, and they pay them based on how many bodies.
Plus they get to rifle through the pockets.
Right. And then they get to claim flatten the curve.
It's like when Bernie Madoff gave away a bunch of bonuses just as the FBI was walking in.
Exactly.
Good luck to you.
She's got to be feeling
Run
the
to a
pressure.
bank. It's not real money.
Do you think she's going to feel the pressure? Because you're a Michigander.
Yeah.
You think
I don't know. She seems like a robot. I don't think she has feelings.
But I'm saying, do you think that this will go anywhere? Because it's so insulated. People who don't know, Michigan is... Chicago's the most corrupt city politically. Yeah. Michigan may be the most corrupt state.
Oh, I would agree.
Yeah, close anyway.
That's why I love it.
Yeah. Well, so I think look at what's happening in New York and California right now with those two governors. You think they are bulletproof going through this whole thing where they're writing books about how well they did with COVID when the entire time we knew they were doing a really, really bad job. They're feeling it right now. Obviously, Cuomo's feeling it for other reasons, but it took everything coming out at once for the media to finally start picking it up a little bit, and not nearly as much as anything else, but it will start happening. This Freedom of Information lawsuit could be the beginning of it.
It could be the beginning of it. I hope that it does. Look, it starts with information. We were never encouraging people to any kind of violence, and we were never encouraging any kind of an insurrection. We held a rally with thousands of people outside of the state capitol, and there was not an incident. The place was left cleaner than it was found. I don't know if you can say the same for Antifa or Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but that vest was scary.
You just can't.
That vest was very...
You can't burn down a bank and go, they really spruced up the place.
Yes.
Well, you had an assault vest on, I think. That was really what was going on.
Yeah. Yes, I did. And there are things that I won't talk about. There was a reason that I had to have that vest and get a diff. That's why I didn't tuck in my shirt. We had to upgrade the vest. Because I said, what's this one? They said, that one's good to 44 Magnum. I said, that ain't going to cut it.
What if they shot you in the face, Harry?
Well, you know what? At that point, you just take your chances.
That's true.
Really, I wore the vest for my wife because the last thing I want really is a concrete milkshake.
That's true.
Kill me, just don't make me, just don't give me the crooked face like a Brennan. Don't make me look like Brennan. Brennan, CIA director, not Brendan.
Not Brendan.
Yeah.
Never
I just want to make
that.
sure that we understand it.
Old Strokum face.
This is what's really important though here too is you asked me this, Dave,
yes.
and then Brian Callen asked me this. He didn't understand. He said, I just don't understand why would Cuomo and why would Governor Whitmer do this? Why would they put sick people in old folks' homes? Now, I don't know this for 100% certainty. So here's what I can tell you we know for certain. In both New York and Michigan, they sent sick patients back into nursing homes, okay? From what I understand, and it's difficult because of all the obfuscation that's taken place, in Michigan, whether it was an accident or it actually was the result of policy, unlike New York, they would send in young sick patients into old folks' homes to quarantine them. That's where you saw that 21-year-old man who beat the old man, who ended up actually starving himself to death because of depression. Right? This was happening in Michigan. There was a bipartisan bill, saying you've got to stop using old folks' homes for quarantining that she vetoed. Again, all of this under the guise of emergency powers, which shuts down your church but keeps the 90% THC Alaskan Thunderfuck shop open. Good thing we understand our constitutional rights.
It's a good shop.
But when people ask, why would they do that? It defies reason. I understand it. Why would they do that? Look, that's where you understand the motives. There is you can comment, you can let me know. Give me a logic trail other than the one that I present to you because I can't think of any other scenario. And that's the best thing you can do on YouTube is comment. It helps us here so that people get to watch this show.
After the stream.
Yeah, we don't do live chat because then we get banned. So the issue here is, let me just finish this real quick. The issue here is there is no other line of logic outside of, and you understand their motivation, we flatten the curve. Right? Because they were going out there with practically trumpets, right? They're going, look, we flattened the curve. We're one of the states where we're not over hospital capacity. And people are going, well, that's weird. How do you flatten the curve and still have the worst death rates? Well, we flattened the curve because it was all about optics. It was all about re-election campaigns. It was all about their next political post. And they thought at this time, no one's going to be looking at old folks' homes because the one thing, left, right, centrist, fence sitter, so much of a fence sitter that it's coming out your mouth like Vlad the Impaler from Romania. We still all acknowledge that, look, we know the average death rate for COVID, the average age is well into the 80s. We know that it's bad for senior citizens. Everyone agreed upon it, and so there is no logical reasoning to put sick patients in old folks' homes outside of for your own political gain. Can someone here genuinely give me any other explanation?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, if you believe that punching an old person in the face will cure their COVID, there is no place better than a Michigan nursing home.
That makes sense.
Oh,
I believe it.
For a feeling. That's pure Michigan.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.